Alright, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to be doing a tier list of the best WWE superstars of all time, ranking them from trash all the way to GOAT status. So, Kane. I feel like Kane, at his best, he is amazing. I wouldn't necessarily put him in the GOAT conversation or just the tier because I feel like looking at the rest of this list, there are some guys that do outshine him. Of course, they kind of messed him up with, unmasking him or whatever. Kind of just took away from the character, messed it up all entirely. His best, he is amazing. Here we got main event Jey Uso. I feel like if you would have made this list maybe like a year ago, I wouldn't necessarily have him up here. But to be able to see what he's done with this bloodline story and what he just did with the match against Roman, obviously the ending wasn't what we all wanted, low key, or we expected. Like, it just kind of made no sense in a way. But to see what he's been doing, this whole main event Jey Uso thing, he's really proved it. Cause, man, this dude can go. So yeah, I feel like the GOAT category, yeah, that's pretty fitting. Jimmy Uso. You know what? I put him at amazing. And the reason I put him below Jey Uso is because to me, he's just not. To me, he wasn't as important to the bloodline story as Jey is. You know what I mean? Jey had this whole little feud thing with Roman where, they were battling it out to be tribal chief. Most tag teams in WWE anyways, I feel like there's one person who's going to outshine the other. In a lot of cases, not all cases, but you could say DX, right? But when it comes to them, yeah, I feel like Jimmy is just outshined by Jey. So, he's still great, part of the best tag team ever, so can't really disrespect that. Kevin Owens, I'm gonna put him at great. When he first came to the company, he was pretty good. He's still great. But I'm kind of knocking off some points because of the whole tag team situation that him and Sami Zayn really just got the belts at Mania. And, since then, it's like, what have they done with it? You know what I mean? He could put on some good matches. I feel like great is fitting. And Dolph Ziggler, so good they put him twice. I feel like he could go great. He had a lot of potential, back in the day. He was really... I feel like he's kind of like The Miz. I feel like he's one of the most underrated wrestlers and one of the most disrespected, or just people that I don't see their name being mentioned enough. Cause dude, this man back in the day, bro, 2013-ish, around that era. Oh my God, this dude was still putting on amazing matches. And I feel like even at the time, nobody was really appreciating them until now. Even now, I feel like he's not as appreciated as he should have been. He could have been amazing. He could have been in an amazing category. Dean Ambrose, I'm willing to put him. Yeah, amazing makes sense. Part of the Shield. Doing some pretty good stuff, over at AEW. Misused at the end of his WWE career, kind of led to his whole departure or whatever. But yeah, I'll put him at amazing. CM Punk, I mean, man. When this dude was hot, he was the best in the world. Maybe not in the ring, you could say, but on the mic, this dude was number one. I was tuning into Raw every day just to watch this dude. Nobody else. Maybe, of course, Cena, and that's about it. But this dude single-handedly was just carrying wrestling back in the day. And they disrespect, they didn't advertise, they didn't promote him as the top guy. They had this whole Cena and Rock thing going on, and even other pay-per-views where he wasn't really main eventing as much as he should have been. Nobody's debating that. He's in the GOAT category for sure. The Rock, I mean, I'm not even gonna explain, man. Just his match with Hulk Hogan was pretty good, man. Feud with Stone Cold, man. It's The Rock. There's nothing really else. You might not like him outside of this wrestling, when it comes to the movies and all that. You could say, oh, he plays the same character every damn movie. Whatever. We talking about the wrestling, this man, GOAT category, easy. Undertaker, I feel like, man, just based off the streak alone, he could be here. Which is one of the greatest to ever do it. matches with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, man. He had a Hell in a Cell with Batista. I think it was at Survivor Series, or I don't know, I forget which one. Survivor Series '07 match with Batista, Hell in a Cell, man. Amazing match. Fucking, it was just bloody, just vicious. It was just a good match, man. I feel like this one's pretty easy. Big E, I'm gonna put him at great. I feel like, the thing that he did with the New Day was pretty good. You know what I mean? Obviously, he wasn't really. I feel like Kofi was the main leader of that group. But Big E, yeah, I'll put him at great. I think that's pretty fitting. AJ Styles, I'm gonna put him at the GOAT. I feel like, you could just see his TNA career by itself, and just off of that, you could already put him in the GOAT category. But even what he's done in the WWE matches with Cena and all that, like, it's pretty easy to put at the GOAT category just off his WWE work. Kofi Mania, I'll put him at amazing. Obviously, the whole Kofi Mania thing was amazing to watch. His work with the New Day, even before the New Day, he was already a pretty big name. So, yeah, amazing fits. Rey Mysterio, the best luchador to ever do it. Just recently won the U.S. title, which is, off of Austin Theory, which is pretty crazy. That's crazy to be like at this age, bringing some gold to the LWO. That's pretty nice. Nice to see. But yeah, man, it's just Rey Mysterio, one of the most recognizable wrestlers ever. Yeah, Brock Lesnar, I feel like he easily fits into the GOAT category. It's Brock Lesnar, man, but I feel like nowadays he's just used to really just put people over, which makes sense because he's at the end of his career. He's not a full-timer, kind of just attacked Cody Rhodes for no reason, just started a whole feud with no real reason to it. But people are like, oh, it's Brock Lesnar. He doesn't really need a reason. And he's the only person that you can make that argument. He doesn't need a reason. He's Brock Lesnar. He's the only person that will get a pass for that BS statement. But hey. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, easy. GOAT. Strowman. Gonna put him at, I'll put him at great. When he was big back in the day, it's pretty enjoyable to watch for me. He was never really one of my favorite wrestlers, but it was a great watch. But nowadays he's not really doing much. It makes sense. There's other wrestlers that they're trying to push. That's understandable. He had his run, so I'll put him at great. Seth Rollins, I'll put him at GOAT. Yeah, that makes sense. He, for this generation, you can say amazing or GOAT. I'll be nice and I'll put GOAT. But for this generation, yeah, he's been kind of one of the best wrestlers, since the Shield came out, man. He's been really on top of the wrestling game. He's been pretty good with this with the title. So, I'm not mad at it. Your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. I don't think there's going to be much debate here. He's been the top guy, even if you didn't really like him back then, But he's been the top guy. You just can't, you got to respect that. Regardless of what you think, his last 3 years with this bloodline storyline has been amazing. Like, the bloodline thing, it's literally the only reason that I really tune into SmackDown, just to see the bloodline story get deeper and deeper. With the whole match against Jay, it's just been, the ending was it was kind of shaky. It really didn't make sense, of course, but it's like the whole storyline's been amazing, bro. One little fault, I guess, won't be the worst. It's not the worst. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, as for Roman, he's been the top dog. Amazing storyline post 2020, So, easy GOAT. Triple H. I mean, what else is there to say? And John Cena. If there was ever like a athlete that is just synonymous with a sport, he's literally the Messi to the wrestling game. Like, he's been so so popular. Like he just brought a whole new audience to this thing. Like just off of that alone, man, it's been crazy to see what he's been able to do, and he's missed. He is missed. Say what you want about him. Oh, he can't wrestle. He can't do this. Oh, fuck Cena. Whatever. It's John Cena at the end of the day. He's the best to ever do it in my eyes. You know. So this is my list. Let me know what you think about it. Maybe it could be perfected a little bit. I still have no idea who this. I gotta find out who he is. I'm sorry, I really don't know. But yeah, could be tweaked a little bit, but I think it's pretty decent. So if you enjoyed this video, just let me know. Leave a like, comment, all that, subscribe, and thank you for watching.